With 2 rounds of the Six Nations done and dusted, which players have played their way into the British and Irish Lions tour? Which players can pack their bags and jump on that plane to Australia? Which players still need to impress a little bit before packing their bags? This is my predicted British and Irish Lions Matchday 23 squad off the back of the 2 rounds of the Six Nations form. As always, this is up for discussion. Let me know in the comments. Who would you change? Who should be there? Who shouldn't be there? Do I know anything about British and Irish Lions rugby or Northern Hemisphere rugby? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So obviously, British and Irish Lions tour around the corner, coming down under to Australia. Six Nations is pretty much the trial run for who gets picked, who doesn't. Andy Farrell obviously keeping a close eye on all the games or all Six Nations games. Which players have impressed you? Who hasn't? Who still needs to impress a little bit more? Here's my predicted squad, and then we'll run through some of the reasons why I've picked them. So my British and Irish Lions predicted starting 15 or matchday 23 after 2 rounds of the Six Nations. So this is just purely off the 2 rounds of Six Nations, okay? We've got Andrew Porter, Dan Sheehan, and Finlay Bealham up front. Maro Toje and Tide Byrne in the locks. Tom Curry, Josh van der Fleer, and Caelan Doris. Back row, Caelan Doris, captain. Jamison Gibson Park and Sam Prendergast, 9 and 10. We've got Bundy Aki and Hugh Jones. Centre pairing, and then back three of James Lowe, Tommy Freeman, and Hugo Keenan. The impact, we got Luke Cowan-Dickie, Ellis Genge, Zander Fagerson, James Ryan, Jack Conan, Ben White, Marcus Smith, and Duan van Merwe. Strong side. Remember, it's off the back of those 2 rounds of Six Nations. So all those injured guys, all the guys that are maybe coming back, they're not in my squad right now because they haven't been playing Six Nations. As always, let me know what changes you would make, why you would make certain changes. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. And let's get into some of the reasons why. So we go up front, all Ireland up front. Andrew Porter, Dan Sheehan, Finlay Bealham. These guys have been unreal. You probably see that I've picked a lot of Irish players because they've been unbeaten in the Six Nations. They've been playing good rugby as well. All in form, really good. Andrew Porter and Finlay Bealham been holding that scrum really well for Ireland. Not just that, but what they're doing off the ball as well. The second efforts, defensive efforts, strong with ball in hand as well. But most importantly, holding down that scrum really, really well. Dan Sheehan's just come back from ACL injury, but in the first round of the Six Nations, come on, scored a try, massive impact. Second round, played a whole second half or a whole half. Really, really good. You know what he can do with the ball as well. He's really good out wide. He's like that extra back row on the field. I've got Luke Cowan-Dickie on the bench. He's also tough, rugged, also someone you want in your team. Guys like Ellis Genge, Zander Fagerson, really, really good. Strong scrummages as well and do well around the park. It's that extra bit that you need from your props nowadays, not just scrumming, but can you carry the ball? Can you do those second defensive efforts? Can you get up, go again? That's what you want from your props. And I've got those guys in there. Ronan Calloway probably feel a bit unlucky there, but I've gone with Dan Sheehan and Luke Cowan-Dickie. My locks, Maro Toje, Tide Byrne. Tide Byrne picks himself. He's been unreal for Ireland these last 2 games. The last 2 rounds of the Six Nations, really, really good. Doing his line-out work. But then what he brings with ball in hand, so good with that. His skills, running to the line with ball in 2 hands. He's got the little offload. He can play out the back. Really good like that. And then Maro Toje, he gets in on effort. The amount of work he gets through in a game is unreal. You want him in there. Physical as well. Passion for the jersey. Really, really, it's up there. And a good leadership role as well. So Maro Toje comes in there. My back row, Tom Curry, Josh van der Fleer, Caelan Doris. Caelan Doris, captain. very hotly contested, this back row. You've got the likes of there's Jack Morgan as well. Well, he could probably be in there somewhere. Rory Darge could be in there somewhere. But I've gone with these guys. Tom Curry, been one of the standouts this Six Nations so far. Work rate on work, on work, on work. And then you can say the exact same for Josh Van der Fleer and Kalen Doris. Again, not for the flashy stuff, but the absolute work rate of these guys. Just through the roof, getting through a ton of tackles, hitting all the rucks. Love to carry the ball as well. Really, I've gone for a more kind of disrupting the ruck type back row here. But that's why I've picked Conan on the bench. There's James Ryan on there, but he covers locks, but you've got Conan on the bench. What he's done for Ireland off the bench gets him in my bench or in my 23 squad here for the British and Irish Lions. The impact Jack Conan has brought off the bench for Ireland has been out of this world. Really, really good. Just instant impact, energy, a lot of work, just getting stuck into the game. And that's what you want. That's that energy, that impact you want off the bench. That's why I've got Conan there on the bench. Then my 9 and 10, Jamison Gibson Park, Sam Prendergast. Jamison Gibson Park picks himself. He's all packed up. He's ready to go. His ticket's booked already. His visa's stamped. He's ready to go. One of the best in the world at the moment. Probably the leading for player of the tournament for the Six Nations at the moment. Absolutely. There's not much you can bite back on that because he's been outstanding. Sam Prendergast. And I'm just seeing there now, I've spelt his name wrong in my team sheet or on my graphic. But Sam Prendergast, you think about, so not just thinking about the other options that are playing right now. What he's done for Ireland, especially in this game versus Scotland recently, man of the match performance, try assist, 5 from 6 off the tee, really just growing in confidence every time he gets the ball, every time he plays for Ireland. Did well versus England. Probably not his best game, but that was his first ever Six Nations game. And then you compare it to, let's say, Marcus Smith, because he was for England. He only started the first game and then came or shifted to fullback versus Ireland. In the second game, he played fullback. Finn Russell for Scotland probably had one of his worst games ever for Scotland when they beat Italy through intercept pass, lots of wayward offloads. And in the second game against Ireland, went off after 20 minutes for concussion. Ben Thomas, I think, is for Wales. Not really someone that you're looking at there. Sam Prendergast is leading the way for the British and Irish Lions number 10 spot. And I'm all for it, man. We're looking at centres, Bundy Archie, Hugh Jones. These guys are picking themselves at the moment. Bundy Archie, first phase. Try and stop him. Scored a worldly of a try versus England. Been really good like that. Hugh Jones, hat-trick against Italy. Probably, he's played a lot better games. It was quiet versus Ireland, but still a game breaker. And imagine him and Bundy Archie together. Unreal. Guys like Ringrose, Henshaw also knocking on that door massively. Ollie Lawrence as well, a big pick there for sure. Then my back three, I've gone with James Lowe, Tommy Freeman, Hugo Keenan. James Lowe, Tommy Freeman, strong, man, so strong. That is a powerful set of wingers. Can score tries. James Lowe, you're bringing in there because of his left boot as well, but his ability to beat defenders on the outside, strong handoff, strong work through his legs. He's so hard to defend. He's in the squad. Tommy Freeman's been just getting better and better each weekend. Really good, scored a lovely try on the weekend as well. Also a bigger body. And that's what you want coming up against the Southern Hemisphere teams, those bigger bodies that can help also get over that vantage line on first phase. And you can use these guys. Hugo Keenan, safe as houses. Safe as absolute houses. Maybe Marcus Smith at a stretch could, but I've got Marcus Smith on the bench because he can cover 15 and 10. And then I've got Duan van der Merwe on the bench, who's covering wing. I've got Ben White covering 9 as well. He's been really good for Scotland. Probably the only issue is if a center goes down, you might have to rejig the back line a bit. But Gary Ringrose, like Henshaw, is someone that could fit in there as well. This is my team. Remember, it's after the 2 rounds of the Six Nations. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.